when it comes to the indoctrination that we're seeing occur on college and university campuses across the United States of America, it is true that what the left wants to do is indoctrinate and brainwash a lot of students. There's no doubt about it. That's completely and utterly obvious. All right. These schools are ran by a lot of left wingers who, by the way, I was reading a professor, I believe at Cornell University, a lone professor, a conservative, who admitted that, listen, when it comes to most of the staff on these college campuses, at least Cornell, for what he was speaking from, his expertise, if you will, he said, listen, these professors don't just teach anymore. They're activists. And they consider that part of their profession. They're left-wing activists. So getting back to the story, again, in Indiana University, a class required students to determine their privileged and dominant identities, like being white or male, so that they could, quote, address issues of oppression, close quote. The mandatory exercise, all right, operative word, was part of a course that fulfills the school's social and historical studies. So not just historical, but social and historical studies. Now, the students were instructed to write a, quote, in-depth reflection of two parts of their identity. One, subordinate identity, and one, dominant identity. All right, so the final assignment for the 8-week course was worth 26% of these students' final grade. Wow. And it assumes that each student has at least one identity group that gives them power over their peers and another that leads to their oppression. Now, students were handed a chart, and here's what the chart showed. They showed examples of, quote unquote, dominant identities, like being white, and subordinate identities, like being black. And separated them by manifestations of social oppression, such as classism, racism, and heterosexism. And I guess it never came to the mind or to the attention of these professors by engaging in an activity like this. They were literally oppressing the white students that were right before them. It's funny how they never get that. It's amazing. All right, so effectively the chart shows that straight, white, Christian males are dominant over everyone else. Of course. Put another way, everyone else is subordinate to straight, white Christian males, this according to the chart.